I'm actually in shorts today. It's like really rare for me to do yoga in shorts, but it's just so muggy, and I've got the aircon on cold too, so at least this time I won't be sweating like I usually am, kind of sticking to my mat by the end of the class. I mean, it's nice that I have so much natural light coming into my lounge, but yeah, it's a little warm today. So welcome along, no mai haere mai. Today we're going to be starting lying on our backs, please. Also, it'd be great if you have just a little bit of extra space around you, just to the sides of your mat if possible. Don't worry if not, onto your back. Okay, so come and lie all the way down. Big release, dropping in. Take up as much space as you need around you, or as much space as you have. Spread your toes. Drop into the soles of your feet. Drop into hips. To your back. To your head. Let everything start to sink and relax. Breath starts to lengthen, maybe deepen, as we give it our attention. Now bringing your arms down the sides of your body. Bring the feet a little narrower, so they're about hip width apart from each other. Same with the knees, we'll bring the knees about hip width apart as well. Pressing down into the soles of your feet, just very slowly float hips off the ground. Doesn't have to be big, you might start really small. Small is good. Just floating off. And lowering back down. Rising again. Bit of pressure into the soles of the feet. Bit of tension in those glutes to push the hips up high. And releasing down. We'll do that 2 more times. Take a smooth, slow breath in. And then hover as we hold just enough tension to hold the position without any real effort. And with your next out breath, let's slowly lower. And one more time. And slowly come down. Move your arms a little bit wider from your body and just let your knees fall over to one side. Pause for a breath cycle. And then come over to the other side. Just one more time to each side. Maybe turn your head to the opposite direction as the knees. And again. Knees coming up through center. Hands to thighs, slide up to your knees. Grab hold and just gently rock back and forth. Or maybe you want to pedal the legs if that feels good. Just a bit of movement here. Might even grow into some circles, getting a bit of movement happening around the hips. And then bring your left foot to the floor, right knee hugs in towards you. Bring it in nice and close, really nestle it close into your body. And slightly relax the tension that you're holding now. So if you've really gripped on tight around your shoulders and your neck, just soften back a little. Maybe you want to move from side to side. If you'd rather stay still, that's fine too. It's always your choice. And we'll switch to the other side. Bringing the leg in nice and close. And then relax the tension, relax the effort. Bit of side to side movement if you want. Okay, and then we'll bring both legs up, toes touch, knees come wide, and hold on to your shins or reach to your ankles if you can without tensing up here. Try to keep your shoulders broad, or just grab hold. Stay and breathe, big easy breaths. Notice that the pose becomes more easeful the more time we spend here with a little patience and focus. And it helps to focus on your breath as well. Letting your breath help you to deepen the pose. Relax anything that you're tensing in your body. Always looking for ease, searching for ease in every pose. And we're basically going to flip this pose over, coming into a child's pose. So release your hands and make your way up and over from hands and knees. Bring the knees out wide, big toes together. Lengthen your hips back. Stretch arms forward and let elbows drop down. Forehead comes to the ground if it makes it there, or maybe you prefer to stack your hands and rest your head on top, or if you've got a cushion, you could stack that under your head as well. Or maybe a cushion under your belly can be nice. And again, we'll bring attention, our focus to our breath. Breathing into the back area, so right down into your lower back, a bit of awareness there, creating some movement and space around here. A sense of letting your breath dome into your upper back. Make it really spacious and full. We'll hold this pose for a few more long breath cycles. Now with your next in-breath, Let's rise on up. Just keep your legs as they are. Or curl up to hands and knees. And then with your out breath, draw your belly down, tailbone stays high. Chest kind of presses forward, shoulders pull back. And then round out, shifting your hips back. Coming through. And back. Feel your shoulder blades pull away from your ribs as you extend back, and then feel them slide onto your back ribs, hugging in as we come forward and back. One more time forward, shoulder blades hugging into your back body. Now, extend your legs back and lower down onto your belly. So keep your legs straight, feet touching the floor, hands in front of you. So we've got elbows stacked straight under your shoulders. Fingers spread, but keep your hands relaxed. We don't need too much tension in the fingers. And then lifting your chest, keep your shoulders broad, just lifting to a place that feels spacious, it feels comfortable and sustainable. And we're going to hold here as a kind of counter pose for our child's pose. So we're just going to stay and breathe. Feeling the shoulder blades just gently hugging into your back ribs. Trying not to shrink or slump into the pose. So we want to keep some length through the neck, shoulders drawing away from ears, but without too much effort. So find a place that's sustainable for you. And then bringing attention to your breath. Just let it flow with ease. So it's not a totally restful pose. There's a little bit of tension in the muscles to hold this position. But we're also not tensing so hard that it's all about effort. We want to make space to breathe. Let's hold for one more breath cycle. And then lowering down, you can stack your hands and rest your head onto the back of your hand. Just resting down here. Try breathing into your back body again, breathing into your lower back, into your upper back. Okay, and we'll come up again, same thing, elbows stacked under your shoulders, hands in front. So just enough pressure in the hands to support your pose, to help you lift up, but without really tensing. Shoulders are broad, shoulder blades are tucking into the back ribs. Legs are long and slightly energetic. Might help to get a feeling of pressing your pubic bone into the floor. It might help to relieve some compression in the lower back. Let's see if we can try to get a bit more flexion in the upper back. Make sure the neck feels good, lifting through the crown of the head, so we're not shrugging and shrinking. Big, easy breaths. Stay for one more breath here. And then we'll slowly lower, resting head on hands. Letting your breath shift into your back body again. Coming back into a child's pose, take your time getting there, hands by ribs, pushing up and back. Knees wide. Sit hips back towards heels. Rest head on hands if you prefer, or arms are outstretched. Now coming to a downward facing dog, planting your hands, tuck your toes under and send your hips up high. So pushing your tailbone up towards the ceiling. You might want to start by pedaling through the legs, lowering one heel towards the ground at a time. Feel your shoulder blades hugging into the ribs again. Try to keep that same feeling of shoulder stability. Okay, now bending your knees deeply, press hips back and shift forward into a plank. Spin the heels over to one side and lift one arm high. So you could bring your knee to the ground if you need a bit more stability here. So the arms are vertical. Then bring the hand down, push back into a crouch, shift forward and come to the other side. So your choice is to bring the knee down or just to flip the heels over, then reach the arm high. Hand comes down, push back to crouch. Coming forward, over to the side, reach the arm up. Take a breath and come back through center, push back, come forward, over, reaching up, hand down, push back to crouch. Now power into your hands and then send your hips up high, start to lengthen the legs again. So notice how straight you can get the legs before you start to arch your back. So the knees might stay bent. Okay, or you might start to draw the heels just a little lower. Just make sure that you're not curving through your back. So we want to keep the shoulder blades hugging into your back ribs. Send your right leg up. Keep it straight. And then shift forward, bringing your knee towards your chest. Step back, switch sides, left leg lifts, straight up. Coming forward, knee towards chest. First side again. So the right leg lifts. This time we'll bend the top knee, rotate your hips open, and step your top foot outside your hand. Drop the back knee, release the foot, and just stay here a moment. If you need to be a bit higher, then you can rest lightly on the thigh. Or you might have arm on thigh, hand to the floor. You might have both hands down. Let's just take a couple of breaths here. See how your hips are feeling, if it's quite a tight pose for you. Now the right hand, so it's the same hand as the foot that's in front. Reach it forward, then turn up and over, adding on a twist. Hand comes down, tuck the back toes under, step back to your downward facing dog. Left foot this time, send it up, bend the top knee, rotate hips open, but keep your shoulders square to the ground. Keep pressing into every finger. Now the top foot steps outside your hand, drop the back knee to the floor, release the foot, just sink in, remembering you can come higher if you need to. Just breathing here, breathe into your pose. Let's add our twist. Left arm reaches forward, then turn your body open, reaching up to the ceiling. And release down Tuck the back toes under, step back to a down dog. Hold still or pedal on the spot, you choose, depending on whether you prefer to keep moving. Now the right leg sweeps up, bend the top knee, rotate hips open, keep your shoulders square. Top foot steps outside your hand. Now you can keep the back knee off the ground or you can drop down whenever you need to. Send your right arm forward, take your twist. Hand comes inside the foot. Front foot sweeps up into our three-legged dog again. We're going to stay on the same side. Top foot, outside hand, and take a twist. So knee can come down if you need to. Hand to the floor, sweep that top leg high, and let's do it one more time. Stepping forward, take your twist. Hand comes down, back to your down dog. Now you can hold your down dog, or if you need to take a break in child's pose, you can do that whenever you need to. Okay, let's even things up. So from our down dog, left leg lifts, bend the top knee. Top foot steps outside your hand. Back knee down or up, you choose. Add your twist. Float the hand down. Press into your hands and the front leg sweeps up and over again. Big arc. Coming forward to your lunge, same side. Open your twist. Hand down. Sweep the leg up. And just one more time. Open. And down. Sweep the leg up and step down. Bring your knees to the ground. Come into a child's pose. Relieve your wrists if they need it. Some wrist circles. Fingers wriggling, whatever feels best to you. So you can return to child's pose whenever you like, if you feel like you need a bit of a break, a bit of a breather, or if your wrists are quite sensitive, if you want to come off them, this is your choice. Okay, let's come back up to our downward facing dog. Okay, this time, keep your hips square, so keep them level so they don't turn. Right leg lifts, keep the legs straight, and come forward, knee up towards your chest. Now, send the leg to the opposite side, so out to the left, spin the back heel down, and reach the left arm high. Hopefully that made sense. That's why I wanted a bit of extra space around. Hand to the ground, bring the knee in, and step back. Same to the other side, so left leg lifts, knee comes through. So if you don't want to extend the leg, this is the point where you can bring your knee to the ground and then open from here. Otherwise, if you're following me, bring the knee up, send the leg out to the side at about a 90-degree angle to the other leg, spin the back heel down for balance, and reach the arm up. Hand comes down, knee through, and step back. Take a break if you need it. Otherwise, we're going to do it the same thing once more to each side. Right leg lifts. With your out breath, come forward. Drop the knee if you need to, or follow me, sending the leg out to the side, spin the heel to the ground, and rise. Always modify as you need. Knee through, and back. Other side. Come forward. Up to the side. Open. And down, knee in, Come back either to down dog or to child. If you need to come off your wrists, then take a wee breather, break, yeah. Everyone to down dog. Send your right leg high. Coming forward, knee to chest. Send the leg out to the side or drop your knee to the floor. Hand down, knee comes through. This time, sweep it up and over. Step the top foot outside your hand, add on your twist. Hand down, front leg sweeps over again. And step down. Let's go straight to the left side. Left leg lifts. Knee comes forward. Send the leg through if you like, or bring your knee to the ground. Add the top arm. Hand down, knee through. Sweep the leg up and over with a bent knee, turning your hips, keeping your shoulders square to the ground. The top foot steps outside your hand. Add your lunge. Sweep your arm forward and high. As always, the knee could be on the floor. If you need to come a bit lower. Hand down. Front leg sweeps up and over. Let's all take a breather. If you want to keep your energy high, you can stay in a down dog, pedal it out. If you want to take a break, you're down here with me, taking care of your wrists with gentle circles. And we're going to do that same sequence one more time on each side. Where the time goes quickly. Okay, so one more time on each side. From your downward facing dog, keep your hips level. Right leg lifts, straight leg. Come forward, knee to chest. Send your leg out to the side or drop the knee. Reach your left arm high. Hand down, knee comes in, sweep it up and over, take a breath. With your out breath, step outside your hand, add your twist. And just pause for another breath here. And you've got an option to add on from here. Hand comes down, the front leg sweeps over. You can stay here if you want to, or you can follow me, pivoting on the bottom foot to flip over, land your feet. So even if you take a seat first, that's fine. Then once you're there, push your hips up high and turn your top shoulder open. Hold for a breath here. Then we need to reverse it to come out. So the hand comes down, right leg up, and step down. Okay, same thing to the other side. Just give you a chance to catch up if you're in a tangle. Left leg lifts. Come forward, knee to chest. Spin the hips over, land that back heel, right arm reaches up. Hand down, knee to chest. Sweep up and over. Top foot steps outside the hand. Left arm reaches forward and high. Now you choose where you want to go from here. So you can go back to your three-legged dog, or you could follow me. Sweeping the front leg over, so stay here if you like, or continue, pivot on the bottom foot. Top foot finds the ground. Hips start low and then push them up high. Turn your body open. Hold and breathe. Kodak moment. And slowly ease out. Left leg high. Touch down. Drop your knees. Bring them a little bit wider. Big toes together. Sit hips back. Release the wrists, wriggle fingers, whatever you need. Catch your breath. Breathe into your back body. Just slow your breath down now. And come and make your way over onto your back, please. Shuffle the feet in, arms down the sides of your body, pressing down into your feet and float your hips off the ground. This time we'll stay here for a little longer. Find a pose that's sustainable, just enough tension in the muscles to hold the pose, but also find space to breathe. So we're not tensing up so hard that there's no room for the breath to move. So bring a little softness and ease to your pose. Stay for one more breath in. And release slowly with the out breath. Might take a couple of breaths to get all the way down. Just take your time. Peeling down through the spine. Until finally the hips land, we can relax the muscles again. Arms move away from your body. Drop knees over to one side. Maybe turn your head to the opposite direction. And then switch sides. Coming back through center. Very gently pick up your knees. Without squeezing in tight this time, just hold them nice and gently. Maybe a bit of movement if you like. Now cross your right leg over the top. So we're crossing at the thighs. Hold on to your knees and just gently hug them in towards you. Now rolling over to the left, so the right knee stays on top. Let your right arm fall out to the side. Make sure the shoulder feels comfortable here. So we're gently twisting through the spine. Modify however you need. If you're not feeling so great in this pose, you can unhook that top knee and rest them together. Reposition hips if you need. And then let everything start to soften back down again. Notice what you're gripping onto. Maybe you're gripping your back muscles. Can you let them relax a little? Soften around the core muscles. Relax your jaw if you're clenching it. And before we rise, just unhook that top knee. Bring it back up through center. Holding gently onto your knees. a moment to reset. And then cross the left leg over the top, bringing your knees gently in towards you. And let's come over to the side now, bringing legs over to the right side. Left arm opens or just moves into a position that feels comfortable, sustainable. It might feel good to turn to look away. Keep relaxing into your body. By bringing your attention inwards, we can just notice what we're holding. Take a scan throughout your body and relax as you go. And to come out, we'll unhook that top knee, bring it back through center, hands hold on to your knees. Big toes come together, knees wide, hold on to your shins, and you can stay here holding shins or ankles, or you could take it up to a happy baby pose, heels above knees. Let shoulders fall. Press the back of your hips towards the ground. That's the only real effort here. Everything else can relax. So softening through your belly. Relax around your face and jaw and throat. Soften your eyes. You can hold still or gently sway, whatever feels best to you. Maybe you want to send your legs wide apart. It's optional, of course, just if you want a bit of an extra stretch here. And we'll finally come into a comfortable position for the last few minutes of our class. Maybe with knees up as we started, or legs outstretched. If you prefer to be seated, feel free to go there now. Try to bring your attention into your body, noticing what you're holding on to, where you're carrying your tension. Connecting with your breath, follow it. Feel the way it moves into your body and notice if there's anything that's preventing your breath from moving freely in your body. So if there's some tension in your back or in your belly or hips or around your chest, whatever it is for you, just think about softening down, settling, relaxing, feeling heavy as we surrender to the floor. Just a couple of minutes. Notice if you have the tendency to clench your teeth together, try to relax your jaw muscles. Breathe into a soft belly. Can you feel your breath shifting into your back, expanding your lungs at the back, feeling movement in the ribcage? And then with your next breath, start to bring in some movement, whether you're reaching arms overhead and legs long, or if there's something else that feels better for you in the moment. Making your way up into a seated position again. Oh, not again, our first seated position. Hands resting on your knees or in your lap. Sitting up tall, but with that sense of ease, being relaxed, a sustainable position. Let's all take another breath together to finish. Arms sweep high, connect at the top, slide down your center to your heart space. And thank you so much for joining me today. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you back here next week. Mā te wā. Thank you.